The next practical that we'll be talking on is antifungal activity of lactic acid bacteria. This practical it is in connection with our earlier practical, that is isolation and identification of lactic acid bacteria. So in this practical we have learned about the procedure for isolation of lactic cultures. Then we'll proceed with the next practical of demonstration of activity of these lactic acid bacteria, antifungal activity of these lactic acid bacteria. So we have already learned the introductory part, like what are these lactic acid bacteria, what are their sources, and what are the different names of genera, and they are basically heterofermentative and homofermentative lactic acid bacteria. Another feature of lactic acid bacteria is that we know that the habitat is curd, then batter, then pickles, aerial surfaces of plants, and different types of habitats. So existence of these lactic acid bacteria in these several habitats is for a reason, and that reason, the principal reason, is biopreservation. That means these lactic acid bacteria are responsible for the preservation, they are responsible for granting the protection, giving protection to plants, giving protection from pathogens. If they are present in our intestine as a normal flora, they are beneficial. Their presence is beneficial because they are responsible for the protection of intestine from being getting infected by different types of pathogens. Whenever they are present on aerial plant surfaces, whenever they are present in curd, whenever they are present in any fermented food, this means that they are responsible for protecting that material from getting infected by different types of contaminating bacteria and contaminating fungi. So they are responsible for prevention of the spoilage, prevention of disease. So this biopreservative ability of these different types of lactic acid bacteria is because of the production of several antimicrobial substances. So this practical it particularly deals with the demonstration of activity of lactic acid bacteria against microorganisms. So lactic acid bacteria are responsible for several antibacterial substances. One of them is bacteriocin. Lactic acid bacteria are also responsible for the inhibition of growth of different types of spoilage fungi. So this practical deals with the demonstration of antifungal activity of lactic acid bacteria, which is very interesting practical. So the introductory part we have already learned. We'll just add few more details to this. So LAB, these bacteria are considered as safe from both human and environmental point of view. And these bacteria basically belongs to GRAS category, or they have GRAS status. GRAS means generally regarded as safe. That means these bacteria are harmless for the environment, but over that, these bacteria are eco-friendly. Lactic acid bacteria, there may be some exceptions in which LAB are responsible for the spoilage. In case of wine, lactic acid bacteria are considered as the spoilage producers. There are few cardiac infections in animals or humans, in which the role of lactobacillus has been revealed. So these are very few exceptions in which lactic acid bacteria may be involved, but in general they are beneficial for the environment. They are very easily found on vegetables, aerial plant surfaces, pickled cabbage, malted cereals, and grass silage, and many more. They are used as a biopreservative agents in different foods. So lactic acid bacteria, they have this biopreservative ability because these bacteria produce antibacterial and antifungal substances, and that imparts the biopreservative ability. So we can call this as a biocontrol ability. So this biocontrol potential of lactic acid bacteria, it can be demonstrated, or it is demonstrated in case of prevention of fungal infections in fruits. That means their role as a bioprotective agent is demonstrated in fruits such as apples, grapes, pomegranates, avocados, berries, strawberry, etc. etc. That means these bacteria protect all these fruit crops from being infected by spoilage fungi. So these lactic acid bacteria, they perform this function of inhibition of fungi, different spoilage causing or disease causing fungi in plants, basically due to the production of these antifungal substances. So this is very important that lactic acid bacteria, they produce both antibacterial substances, which are majoritarily called as bacteriocins. They also produce antifungal substances, which are, for example, cyclic dipeptides, proteinaceous compounds, organic acids such as lactic acid, fatty acids, hydroxy fatty acids, and substances such as reuterin, which is an antifungal substance. So these are the different examples of antifungal substances produced by lactic acid bacteria. So that is about the principle and introduction to this practical. Here we'll be demonstrating the antifungal activity of the lactic acid bacterial culture, which has been isolated in the previous practical. So the requirements are the suspension of the test lactic acid bacterium. Second, sterile MRS agar plate, that is the Man Rugosa Sharps medium, which is nutritionally rich and that supports the growth of fastidious bacteria like lactic acid bacteria. Then sterile semi-solid molten malt extract agar or potato dextrose agar. This will support the growth of test fungus, against which the antifungal activity we are aimed at. Then the spore suspension of the test fungus or indicator fungus. Then sterile pipettes and tubes. Now the protocol for this very interesting practical. The first step is to perform agar overlay assay. Now this type of assay or the test that we are going to use for demonstration, it is called as agar overlay method. In the first step, we have suspension of lactic acid bacterial culture. So this suspension is prepared in saline with a proper density. Then we pick up 10 microliters of this bacterial suspension with the help of sterile pipette, usually micropipette. If we are not measuring exactly the quantity, no matter, so one drop of this suspension It can be taken with the help of glass rod, sterile glass rod or sterile pipette, and then it is placed on the at the center. It is placed at the center of the plate, and then this plate is allowed to dry so that the lactic acid bacterial cells will remain attached to this agar surface. Or there may be another method of inoculation, that is, this suspension, it can be taken with the help of nichrome wire loop, and it is streaked as 2 centimeter line on to this on the surface of this MRS agar. So either we can follow this protocol. So with the help of nichrome wire loop, we can streak on MRS agar surface, or with the help of a pipette, we can add 10 microliters of suspension at the center. So both the ways are possible. The next step is incubation. So what we are doing here is we are allowing this lactic acid bacterium to grow on MRS agar medium, and during its incubation period this bacterium will produce antifungal substances, and during the production, after the production, these antifungal substances are going to be diffused in the agar medium. So generally the incubation temperature is 25 to 30 degrees Celsius for 24 hours, considering that these lactic acid bacteria are microaerophilic. So we can make use of an anaerobic jar. There are many lactic acid bacterial cultures which are grown anaerobically. So this is anaerobic jar that we can see. This is the transparent one. This is the cage that holds these petri dishes, and it is closed. There can be addition of desiccating agent inside here that will consume the oxygen, or usually what we do is we place this cage with the plates inside this jar, and at the side of that there is we put a candle, we light that candle, and then this jar is then it is closed from the top, so that what will happen, whatever the oxygen is there inside this jar, it will be consumed, and it will be indicated by the lighting of this candle. So oxygen so whatever the oxygen is available, that will be consumed by this light, and as soon as that oxygen finishes the candle light, it will go off. So this is how there is that is an option which we generally use for the incubation, for creating microaerophilic conditions in anaerobic jar. So these plates are kept inside, and likewise this is a stack, and we can see here in this anaerobic jar we have this desiccating agent that will consume this oxygen. So that is another option. After 24 hours of incubation, you will find the presence of growth of lactic acid bacterium on the MRS agar. So we can see at the center there is growth of lactic acid bacterium. So what has happened here, that this lactic acid bacterium during its growth and metabolism, this will produce antifungal substances, and these antifungal substances will diffuse in the medium in all the direction, in radial direction. Then after we have growth of lactic acid bacterium on MRS agar surface, the next step is to overlay this medium with the culture of spores of test fungus. For that, we have this molten semi-solid malt extract agar or semi-solid potato dextrose agar. So this has 1.4% of agar, so it is semi-solid, because this will help for the diffusion of antifungal substances inside this agar. So this is molten. This is then we have spore suspension of the test fungus. So pick up or draw zero point 0.5 ml of that spore suspension of fungus, indicator fungus, and add that to this molten semi-solid malt extract agar. Then after addition, so of course there is a cotton plug here. So all these operations you have to do aseptically. Remove that cotton, add suspension with the help of sterile pipette, and then close that cotton plug and then mix it. So what is the mixing method that we have already learned? So we have to shake this, so that shake this like this, and after mixing immediately remove the cotton and pour this material onto the agar plate. So that is called as overlay. So overlay this plate with sterile semi-solid molten malt extract agar, which is seeded with 10 to spores per ml of indicator fungus. This indicator fungus, it may be Aspergillus fungus or Alternaria fungus or Fusarium or Penicillium. So this is how you have to pour this on the surface of this MRS agar plate on which you have previous growth of lactic acid bacterium. So this all these things you have to do under aseptic conditions. So what will happen after pouring? Close this with the help of this lid and then allow this top agar layer to solidify. This is semi-solid media, so it will immediately solidify within 15 to 30 seconds. Now this plate with overlay is ready. Now this plate will be now incubated for the growth of, to allow the growth of fungus. Now you have spores here, so these spores will germinate in malt extract agar. So we know that during this incubation period, again, wherever the antifungal substance is diffused, it will also diffuse in the malt extract agar. And wherever this antifungal substance diffuses, there you may not find the growth of indicator fungus. So the next step is incubation of these plates at 30 degrees Celsius under aerobic conditions till the fungal growth appears. So usually it is written 48 hours, but 48 hours is generally required for yeast cultures, but for molds it is more than 48 hours. So usually it is from 3 to 4 days or more. It depends on the species of that fungus. So it may be from 3 to 4 days. In case of yeast culture, it may be 48 hours. So after incubation, so as I mentioned that we have to record the diameter of inhibition zone around the bacterial spot. So it is quite clear that if the bacterium is able to produce antifungal substance, it will diffuse in the agar medium, and wherever that antifungal substance is present, there you may not find the growth of fungus. So wherever antifungal substance is absent, will find the growth, and that leads to formation of inhibition zones like this. So this is very beautiful antifungal activity. This is the lactic acid bacterial growth, and this antifungal substance has diffused in this zone, and therefore you can see the zone of clearance. This is zone of inhibition, and this is the test fungus. So this is in case of the first method. The another method I told you that you can streak the lines. So here also we can see that wherever the antifungal substance is diffused or it is present nearby, we will not find the growth of the fungus. This is fusarium fungus. This is also fusarium fungus, the white color. So now we can write the observation and result, like an inhibition zone was observed around the bacterial growth. The given lactic acid bacterial culture inhibited the growth of representative fungus. Here you can write the name of the fungus if you know that it is Fusarium species, and the conclusion will be the given lactic acid bacterial culture is antifungal. This is how we demonstrate the antifungal activity of lactic acid bacteria by agar overlay technique. We can make use of this technique for the demonstration of antibacterial activity also. Only the difference will be that the this indicate, instead of this indicator fungus, there will be indicator bacterium. So this is particularly in case of human pathogen. So instead of this we can take human pathogen, and the protocol for agar overlay technique will be same, only this will change. The indicator organism will change. It may be a bacterium, it may be a fungus, it may be a yeast. So this is the method of demonstration of antimicrobial activity of any culture of bacterium against any culture of bacterium or fungus or yeast.